It's Time Warner Cable's Local Edition. I'm Brad Pomerantz. Paul Davis is joining us. To say that he has been active in the affairs of the San Fernando Valley can only be described as an understatement. You have loved your valley for decades, and as a result, he is a nominee for a Fernando Award, which is what?
Well, it is deemed to be the highest recognition for volunteerism in the San Fernando Valley.
Why is it that you have chosen to dedicate yourself as a volunteer to the San Fernando Valley?
I'm not sure it was a conscious effort. It was more this just seemed to take its own life on. I've always been active in something extra. I was thinking back to junior high school, I was in the service organizations that helped out, did things. In college, I was active in things, in student union board and advisory boards. And when I decided to get into the insurance business, it was, well, how do you meet people?
Right.
How do you associate with people? And got active in a chamber of commerce, and then I got active in another chamber of commerce.
Yes, you did.
And then I got active in a Rotary Club, and the Rotary Club was probably the catalyst because it was a group of 100 people that were doing all sorts of projects throughout the Van Nuys area and the San Fernando Valley, and it was exciting and it was gratifying to feel like you were making a difference in people's lives.
And through that involvement, you got involved in many nonprofits, two of which have really inspired you. Tell us about them.
Well, One Generation is an organization that provides adult daycare and also child care, and it has an environment where the seniors and the children intermingle multiple times through the day.
Fantastic.
And provides a gratifying experience on both sides. The other organization that I think probably inspired me to greater commitment was New Horizons.
Right, and tell us about New Horizons.
Well, it's a facility for the developmentally disabled, and the scope of the things that they do is phenomenal. It would take an hour to describe all the different things they do. If anyone has a chance, I would advise them to take a tour through the facility because it takes people that used to just be warehoused and makes them productive citizens.
I have to ask you, and forgive me, but you know, it's clear that you've been involved for a few decades based on what you're describing. How is it that you're able to keep that momentum going? There are so many people that just burn out on volunteerism. Why is it that you haven't burned out?
Well, I'm not sure that I haven't.
Oh, you haven't. I mean, I look at this list of activities and they're running strong.
I think my level of commitment and involvement in activities probably peaked in the mid-90s. And at that point, I kind of took accounting and figured I was spending about 25 hours a week in not-for-profit and helping entities. And I decided I needed to cut back a little bit.
You didn't want to be a nonprofit yourself.
I didn't want to be a nonprofit myself, but I've continued to be involved in a variety of ways. One of the things that I do for any nonprofit that I go to their fundraising dinner for is I send them a critique. And some of them now say, Paul, we haven't heard your critique.
Right,
Please send it in. I say,
right.
well, you should have done this differently. I would have done this. You didn't maximize the live auction because you did this and this. So I'm pretty good at being analytical and trying to think what things could you do better that might make things a little bit improved next time.
As I understand it, you didn't seek the nomination sought you. What'd you think?
When I first got the call from Gloria Pollock, I said, really? I perceive people that are nominated for the Fernando Award as people that have dedicated enormous amounts of their time and effort and energy to nonprofits throughout the valley. And I sort of said that to her, and she says, well,
that's you.
That's you.
You fall into that category. I want to congratulate you very much for receiving this honor. Whatever happens, there's no doubt that you have been dedicated to the San Fernando Valley in ways that very few have. His name is Paul Davis. He is a nominee for a Fernando Award. My name is Brad Pomerantz. This is Time Warner Cable's Local Edition.